Stop everything you're doing right now because what I'm about to reveal about this week's weather is going to absolutely shock you. A powerful storm system is about to unleash complete chaos across America with damaging winds, hail, tornadoes, and then flip everything with freezing temperatures and a potential major snowstorm this weekend. Drop your location in the comments immediately because I need to tell you exactly when this hits your area. Here's what will blow your mind about how fast this pattern is evolving. We're not talking about one threat. We're talking about multiple waves of dangerous weather starting tomorrow and building all the way through the weekend. And the latest model runs this morning are showing something that even veteran meteorologists are calling unprecedented for this time of year. Let me break down exactly what's coming for you starting tomorrow. Wednesday brings our first round of severe weather with chances for damaging winds and hail across the southwest and south central states. Now, there's no tornado threat tomorrow, but here's the kicker. Thursday is when everything changes. Comment your city right now if you're anywhere from Texas through the Mississippi Valley to the Great Lakes, because Thursday brings the first real tornado threat along with damaging winds and large hail. But wait, here's where this story takes a shocking turn. Thursday evening, those damaging winds could push all the way towards the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. We're talking 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. And if you think that's intense, Friday is our main event, where we could see a lot more tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail across an even larger area. Drop your location in the comments and I'll tell you your specific timing. Right at this moment, we're already dealing with winter weather across the Pacific Northwest, with thunderstorms in Washington and Oregon, snow at higher elevations. But the Northeast is getting slammed with freezing rain, sleet, and snow for New England that continues all the way until tomorrow morning. If you're in these areas, comment below because I want to know how conditions are affecting you right now. Now here's what's absolutely terrifying about Wednesday evening. A cutoff low is coming from the southwest, bringing severe weather with it as it moves across the Four Corners region Wednesday evening into the south central states by Thursday morning. There will be storms Wednesday evening, but they intensify dramatically as we go into Thursday, bringing chances for damaging winds and hail. And you cannot rule out a brief tornado. Comment your city if you're in this zone and I'll give you hour-by-hour timing. Thursday night is when things get even more concerning. The storms start pushing towards the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes, bringing threats there as well. So far, we're showing chances for hail and damaging winds, but here's what kicks off for Friday that's going to absolutely stun you. Friday is when we get that negative tilt, that deep trough, and multiple storm systems building up simultaneously. Picture this: thunderstorms firing from Arizona through Nevada, across the entire south central region, all the way towards the Great Lakes. We have a 5% tornado risk, and this is for all hazards, damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes. Tell me in the comments what concerns you most about this setup. Here's your cities and states at risk for severe weather Thursday. According to the National Weather Service, if storms can mature within the favorable sheared environment, then the threat for damaging winds, isolated hail, and tornadoes could evolve. And I still think this could linger all the way towards Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, at least for chances of damaging winds and high winds coming through. Drop your exact location and I'll break down your specific threat level. Then Friday, our main event arrives. That's when we get that negative tilt on the shortwave trough and it starts bringing chances for tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail again. The cities and states at risk for Friday are extensive. Colorado State University models are showing this could be upgraded even more for eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, and western Tennessee. Comment if you're in any of these states. But here's what makes Friday truly dangerous. Colorado State University is showing it could be more intense for Louisiana going through central and northern Mississippi. And even as we go through Saturday, it could push further towards the northeast, bringing at least a marginal threat for damaging winds and possibly small hail. This is a multi-day severe weather event of the highest magnitude. Now let me show you what the atmospheric setup looks like, because this is absolutely fascinating. Our vorticity maps show that cutoff low tomorrow coming across the Four Corners Wednesday evening across the south central, bringing that threat all the way till Thursday going towards Ohio Valley. But our main threat is going to come from this deep trough right behind it as it literally goes into that negative tilt and starts intensifying storms across the south. Drop your location in the comments if you want detailed analysis for your area. This will create strong storms Friday evening all the way to Friday night, pushing across towards the northeast. We have a pocket of instability coming across as well. And here's what the overall weather pattern shows. That's absolutely mind-blowing. We have this big upper level high revolving all this moisture clockwise, while a cold trough of cold air comes down and pivots right towards the same area. This section where warm air and cold air meet together is going to be our most hostile area. Comment your city and I'll tell you which side of this battle zone you're on. This pattern is bringing damaging winds in that big snowstorm all the way towards the Great Lakes and Northeast as you go through Saturday. When you have low pressure and high pressure squeezing together, you get these tight isobars, and that signifies a lot of chances for high winds and strong wind chills. Tell me in the comments if you're prepared for dangerous wind chills this weekend. Thursday and Friday is when we really sit right in that deep trough, continuously bringing all this warm temperature and moisture right across the lower Mississippi and mid-Mississippi Valley, creating massive instability all the way from Thursday into Friday, where it gets even stronger. Then Saturday, you can see that little pocket of instability that goes towards the northeast, bringing thunderstorms with it as well. Drop your location if you're in the northeast and concerned about Saturday. And here's what nobody's talking about. The whole time you're getting these thunderstorms, cold air is coming through, bringing that snowfall for Friday going into Saturday. Then the cold blast comes right through all the way till Sunday and Monday after that. This is the 6Z Euro run that came out this morning, and it's still showing as we go through Thursday. We have strong winds aloft that will continue thunderstorms all the way towards Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes Thursday evening. This is going to bring a potential damaging wind event. Comment your city if you're in this path. Overnight Thursday into Friday, we're going to get even stronger winds aloft as we get that negative tilt, bringing our threat all over again. This is going to bring strong wind chills. Now, if you notice, the models have shifted a little bit further towards the east, but the impacts remain the same. You can see that trough coming down, bringing chances for damaging winds with this weather pattern. Drop your location and I'll tell you your wind gust forecast. The models are showing damaging winds building up as we go Thursday into Thursday evening all the way from the south central towards the Great Lakes, bringing 40 and 50 mile-per-hour wind gusts all the way towards the interior. Northeast, when that deep trough comes, it's bringing all the very cold temperatures with it. That's going to bring this snowstorm and help the snow stick around for the weekend. Tell me in the comments if you're hoping for snow or dreading it. You can see the cold really digs in as we go from Friday all the way from the south central towards the Great Lakes, continuing through Saturday for the mid-Mississippi Ohio Valley, all the way through Sunday for the Northeast. And it's still bringing major snow for today and tomorrow for the Rockies and Cascades, but Friday into Saturday is where it's bringing that major snowstorm potential. Comment your city if you're in the potential snow zone. This is the 6Z run, the newest this morning with the European model, and you can see the latest projections on that snowstorm showing the same thing the GFS has finally come around to. The GFS has finally agreed with what the Euro has been saying all along. Drop your location in the comments and I'll tell you which model is more accurate for your area. Now here's what's absolutely fascinating about the Ensemble forecasts. When we check the possibilities of what actually could be the outcome, we look at the ensembles because each one has slightly different variations. We can see possibilities from worst case scenario to best case. And you can see many of these showing this strong storm all the way from the Four Corners through the Central Great Plains all the way towards the Great Lakes. Comment if you want me to explain what ensembles mean for your forecast. There are still a few ensemble members that show it could hit a warm scenario where it won't get that snowfall for the Central Plains and it'll only be around the Great Lakes. But more than likely you will get something there, it just won't be major snowfall. The major snowfall will be as it goes into the evening towards the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. You can see this on the other 25 ensembles. Showing a warmer scenario is a good possibility, but it's going to be about timing. Drop your city and I'll break down the timing for you. The GFS ensembles show it's still 50-50 everybody, whether the snowstorm is going to be big or whether it's going to be small. But you can see you're going to get something according to many of these ensembles along the Central Plains, just not a lot. Tell me in the comments what you're seeing outside your window right now. Here's the latest European forecast showing as we go into Thursday morning, you're more likely going to start getting thunderstorms as we get that surface low building over Kansas. This is going to bring chances for damaging winds, maybe even a brief tornado you need to be aware of. As we move towards lunchtime and it shifts towards Missouri, southern Iowa into Illinois, where it stays close to that surface low, we might get cyclogenesis, a strengthening low pressure. This will bring damaging winds Thursday evening for Illinois, Indiana, maybe southern Michigan and western Ohio. Comment your state if you're in this corridor. Friday is where we get that deeper trough building up. This is where we really start getting a threat for tornadoes. As we get supercells forming around Friday lunchtime, it really builds up multiple layers of storms, bringing damaging winds and potential tornadoes. Friday evening, it really deepens and we get that surface low where it's more of a threat all the way until Friday evening for the south. Drop your location if you're in the deep south and concerned about Friday. This is where the cold temperatures are coming down towards the Four Corners and the snow is starting to build up. Remember, this is a low pressure spinning clockwise, spinning all that precipitation towards those colder temperatures. Friday evening, you're going to see more snow, more storms from the mid-Mississippi, lower Mississippi Valley all the way until Saturday, where we still have a surface low towards Ohio Valley, and we could see another day of severe weather. Comment if you're tracking this with me. Our instability is towards the south, but we still have that little pocket that goes towards the northeast that could bring more threats. Maybe some hail, maybe some damaging winds on a linear event. We're literally going right past 4 days at this point, getting that cold air, getting that snowstorm, and getting more storms as we go through Saturday evening as well. Tell me your biggest weather concern in the comments. The temperatures you can expect as we go through Saturday morning show that deep trough bringing the freezing temperatures and very strong wind chills. Possibly in Colorado, you could feel -20 to -30-degree wind chills as that comes through. The GFS is agreeing with the European, showing it comes down again Saturday towards Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, bringing strong wind chills with it. Drop your city if you're worried about dangerous cold. Sunday, it stretches towards the interior northeast, bringing the freezing temperatures and very cold wind chills. Monday, it's really going to pivot towards the eastern U.S., while the western U.S. is frozen as well. With the wind chills coming in for Monday, this is where the deepest cold could go all the way towards the southeast. The GFS is also in agreement with the Euro on this. Comment your location and I'll tell you your specific wind chill forecast. We have much more clarity now of what is possibly happening right around the corner. I will keep you updated as we get closer with better information tomorrow. I'll start afternoon updates as well so we can get it narrowed down to timing, impacts, and what you can expect. This is going to be dangerous for some of your travels. Drop your location in the comments and I'll give you travel advisories for your area. Remember, we still have freezing rain coming down possibly for today into tomorrow across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. For the Northeast, you get chances for freezing rain and then snow. Just be aware of that. But as we go into Thursday all the way into the weekend, everything's going to start getting more intense. Comment your city and tell me what you're most concerned about for the rest of this week. The most commented location gets a detailed breakdown in tomorrow's update. Make sure you're paying attention to the weather forecast so you know what to expect right around the corner from this storm system and this weather pattern. Not everybody's going to be in the storms, but you are going to feel these cold temperatures and very cold wind chills. Drop your exact location one more time and I'll personally respond with your forecast. Stay alert, stay prepared, and we'll track every dangerous development in this unprecedented weather pattern together. This is a multi-hazard event that will impact millions of Americans from Wednesday through the entire weekend. Comment below and let me know if this breakdown helped you understand what's coming.